I didn't think he'd find out. Not yet. Not like this. But secrets have a way of leaking through the cracks, especially the ones you whisper only to yourself at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, asking, "Is this really the life I chose?" If you've ever waited for the right time to leave someone, only for them to beat you to it, then stay with me. This one might sting. Hit that like button if you've ever swallowed your own truth out of fear. Drop a comment if you've been there. So here it is. I didn't marry for love, I married for survival. I was 23, broke, emotionally numb from back-to-back family trauma, and he was stable, steady. He had a job, a car, a plan. He offered me a future that looked better than the mess I was standing in. I told myself, you'll grow to love him. People do that, right? Except I didn't. I grew to resent him. It didn't happen all at once. It never does. It happened in sighs, in avoided glances, in fake smiles at family dinners, in the way I would flinch when he touched me, and how I hated myself for flinching. We had a child. He wanted one more. I said I was too tired. What I didn't say was, I can barely breathe inside this life. How could I bring another human into it? And then something shifted. I applied for nursing school. Quietly, secretly, like it was a sin. When I got in, I cried. Not because I was happy, because I felt like I'd finally lit a match in a room full of gas and everything was about to explode. He didn't understand why I wanted to study again. You already have everything, he'd say, confused. And that was the problem. His definition of everything wasn't mine. I started school, balancing classes, shifts, motherhood, and emotional chaos. I stopped waiting for him to notice I was slipping away. I started saving money. I told myself, just finish nursing school. Then you can leave. Then you can build a life that feels like yours. It was my silent pact with the future. But futures don't always wait quietly. One afternoon, I left my journal open on the kitchen counter, the one where I'd written it all, my plans, my fears, the list titled, Things I'll Do Once I'm Free. He read it, every single word. I came home to silence, the kind of silence that feels like someone already screamed and you just missed it. Our closet was half empty, the drawers too. My son's toy bin, the one by the TV, was flipped over, half his things gone. I called his name. No answer. I checked my phone. One text. You should have just said it. I'm not sticking around waiting for you to leave. You win. I'm gone. My knees buckled. I don't remember how long I sat there. I don't remember what I told our son when he asked where Daddy was. I just remember feeling like the villain in my own story. He didn't yell, he didn't beg, he didn't fight. He just left. And that somehow hurt more than all the fights we never had. I thought I'd feel relief. But relief doesn't come when someone takes your power before you get the chance to use it. For weeks, I walked around our home like a ghost, laundry baskets untouched, cold meals reheated. My son started asking fewer questions, like he could feel the answers weren't safe. People called him selfish. Some called me cruel. I didn't know who was right. Maybe both, maybe neither. But one night, I sat in the same kitchen where I once wrote my escape plan and realized something. I didn't just want to leave him. I wanted to find me. I wanted to stop performing happiness. Stop saying, I'm fine, when I wasn't. Stop pretending my son wouldn't grow up feeling the quiet war between two people who never really saw each other. He didn't abandon us. He abandoned the version of me who stayed small to keep the peace. That woman, she was disappearing anyway. So I got up. I finished school. I got licensed. I got a job. I built something from the ashes of silence and shock. I became the woman I kept writing about in that journal, the one who didn't need a man to anchor her worth. He called once, months later. I didn't know you'd actually do it, he said. I didn't ask what it meant, divorce, independence, a life that didn't orbit him. I just said, I didn't know I could either, but I had to. We still co-parent, awkwardly, quietly, but with respect. Sometimes I catch him looking at me like he's meeting me for the first time. Sometimes I look back like I'm remembering the girl I used to be. But I don't miss the marriage. I miss the illusion that someone else's version of safety would be enough for me. If you're reading this, standing on the edge of a decision, afraid of what happens if you leap, hear me. Not all endings wait for your permission. Sometimes they crash in before you're ready and still set you free. Don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for silence to speak for you. Don't hide your truth under duty or guilt or fear of being alone, because being alone with yourself, truly yourself, is never lonelier than being unseen in a life you no longer want. If this hit home, leave a comment. Tell me what you're holding back or what you've already walked away from. And if you're into raw, real stories like this one, hit subscribe. Let's stop pretending and start telling the truth.